I'm Judea Murray, and here on a positive note, we highlight the most heartwarming stories from all around our tri-state that move and inspire us. And I think everyone can agree that Election Day was pretty stressful, but we found the silver lining around even the darkest of clouds on that day. There was music and dancing, singing, and plenty of good deeds. We found these moments of people coming together to exercise their right to vote from all around the tri-state. And when the projected results for the election were announced, we found the positivity continued regardless of your political party. And we hope that this sense of unity is any indication for what we can expect in the future. And if you're still looking for your peace in the midst of election season, don't sweat it. Come on over to Stratford, Connecticut for a hot cup of relaxation.
This is Open Door Tea in the town of Stratford in the Paradise Green. We have over 100 varieties of tea.
The teas are great, the coffee is great.
We do have warm drinks like golden latte.
Right now I'm making a cinnamon rooibos chai latte. It's a frothed in milk and a lot of people love this. So we just put a little bit of cinnamon on top and there you have it, a cinnamon rooibos chai latte.
We serve lunches and then we serve lots of desserts. All the food that we make here is made from scratch.
I think everything is really good quality.
It's an all-women-based business. I love that during the years, we became a very good team with the girls. We do get lots of nice compliments from the customers that the feel is like little oasis. They always come, even by themselves, to get the little peace during the day.
Brings one back to a warm, kind atmosphere, and it's quiet here. You can hear yourself think. You can relax. It's peaceful. It's good. The food is good also.
And that brings us into today's Did You Know, full of new knowledge you'll be happier for knowing. While we're talking about sipping on something sweet, did you know that Starbucks is getting into the festive spirit? Maybe you've already noticed, but the famous annual holiday cups are back in rotation, and this year's theme, Carry the Merry. In a press release, Starbucks suggested the we customers who carry these cups are, and I quote, messengers of joy. I'm putting that in my Instagram bio. Maybe serenity isn't your style. For the thrill seekers out there looking for an alternative way to get their minds off of reality for a while, it's time to buckle up. News 12 is taking you on a road trip close to home where the sky is truly the limit.
Thrill seekers, this one is for you. Because we're going ziplining with Boundless Adventures in Purchase. Make a reservation and you can climb more than 100 platforms nestled in the trees that are between 15 to 20 feet apart.
This is a great opportunity for them to be outside, have a good time, and be in a safe environment.
First, you'll have to harness in.
After every guest uses a harness, when it comes off, we're washing it completely before any other guest gets on it.
And then you'll need to gear up.
You're going to take your thumb, put it over this bottom hole, and then use your index finger to push in.
And when you're on the platform, a staff member will be there to make sure you're clipped in correctly. And now we're ready to go. Within the 9 courses, there are dozens of bridges and some speedy zip lines that's bound to make you feel like the world is your playground. This is one of the harder courses where you can swing like Tarzan. Woo! Challenge yourself along 4 different course levels ranging from beginner to expert.
It's a little bit of a combination of how much balance you need. The height definitely plays a factor.
It's a road trip close to home where the sky's the limit. In Purchase, Nikita Ramos, News 12.
Boundless Adventures is located in Westchester, New York, but we have plenty of more fun ideas across the tri-state to get your blood pumping right here on our website, news12.com. Now, join us in the celebration of a great-great-grandmother from Connecticut enjoying yet another sweet year of life. She's 110 years old. Ernesta Garcia was born in 1910. Last week, she celebrated her 110th birthday. Ms. Garcia says the secret to longevity in life is being surrounded by the people you love. Throughout the pandemic, we've shared so many stories of business owners refusing to give up. Here's one of a fashion designer from the Bronx who says this isn't her first time that she's had to make do during uncertain times.
I have always wanted to start a line since I was like 7 years old. I've wanted to be a fashion designer.
Well, Therese Brown's dreams came true.
And I always wanted something that was so comfortable yet chic, machine washable, quick dry, and wrinkle free that would look great, but we wouldn't be so restricted.
She was let go from her position as an assistant buyer at Lord & Taylor when the 2009 recession hit. That's when she enrolled in the Fashion Institute of Technology.
I was so excited because now I could go back to school and really pursue design as I've always wanted to do.
So Therese is no stranger to taking a less than perfect situation and pivoting to continue on. When the coronavirus pandemic hit New York City, Therese was sick for a few weeks.
It was really tough, like very scary.
At the same time, she wasn't selling much with so many people hurting financially. So with a shift in business, she pivoted again.
So I knew I had to make a change from wholesale to e-commerce. COVID sped that up for me.
She now designs and sells her dresses, kimonos, leggings, and shirts online, and even got into the mask making business.
I wanted to incorporate something that was both useful and could also raise funds for such an amazing cause. It's surreal, and I can see myself as that little girl just playing dress up in the living room.
Now, on to a story that truly blows my mind. When the New York City Marathon had to be canceled because of the virus, one New Jersey woman was committed to getting her 26 miles in anyway. She ran them in a unique way for a cause near and dear to her heart. Check it out.
Like thousands of runners, Jacqueline Murphy of Bloomfield was supposed to be running the New York City Marathon. The race was canceled, so she decided to just run around the block 131 times.
Almost mile 23. 26.2 is the goal.
The equivalent of 26 miles on the streets of Newark, 4 of them anyway. The block is home to Covenant House, which provides shelter and services for homeless youth, where Murphy works. She told me she was running to raise awareness and funds for Covenant House and the issue of homelessness.
Marathon for me is really like such a parallel of life. It's like this long journey. You can't always write what's going to happen. You can't choose what the weather is going to be like. And the kids at Covenant House are the most empowering, inspiring people that I could possibly run for. I run whenever it has a finish line. I can see it, and I know what it is. I know that it's 26.2 miles, and I'm done, and I can sit down, and they can't see their finish line. And they have to just keep going.
So on a cold, rainy, windy day, as bad for running a marathon as it gets, the weather just underscored her mission. Supporters and other Covenant House employees joined her, 1 or 2 at a time for a lap or 2, or as long as they could. And finally, a larger group for that one final lap.
Thank you, guys.
Stories like that last one and this next one remind me that there are some pretty fantastic people living in this world. When she screamed for help, he sprang into action. We've got the follow-up story on a victim finally meeting her hero.
Casey Fossack has been at Fordham for 6 years as a student, grad student, and now as a career counselor. 2 weeks ago in the Fordham neighborhood that she knows so well, she had an experience that she'll never forget.
I was sitting at a table for outdoor dining, and like a rookie, I had my purse on the table, and then someone walked by, grabbed the purse, and then started running. So I stood up and I said, "Somebody stop that guy, he has my purse."
Dining a few tables away was Artie Gooden, a senior at the very school where Casey works, who heard her yelling and immediately reacted.
Jumped to the rescue and got up, and he started running and chasing after me.
Gooden ultimately caught the perpetrator and helped apprehend him until public safety arrived. Of course, it didn't hurt that he is a 4-year member of the Rams track team.
Just being able to use my ability for something other than just like running in a circle made me feel pretty good, you know. I was happy she was able to get back everything she did and do it again in a heartbeat.
Casey got her purse back with everything intact. And when she finally met Artie and thanked him, her message was,
You know, I'm always thinking about work, so I think the first thing I said was like, oh, are you a Fordham student? Like, what do you want to do after graduation? Like come to career services.
as a senior English major, Artie may have to take her up on that offer. After all, he has a friend for life there.
So a happy ending.
Yeah, happy ending all around. Thanks, Artie.